Welcome back to another edition of Trial by Fire. For this one, I'm actually just going to kind of put my 2 cents in on things of what's been going on. So I'm not really trying anything this time, but I will be back for my next one. In regards to what is happening with the Pocky 2023 One Chip Challenge. Not that long ago, I would say maybe within the week, it depends on when you're watching this, a young man in the United States tried the chip and unfortunately lost his life the same day. As of the recording of this, the cause of death is unknown. Whether it was a reaction to the chip, an unknown underlying condition, nobody knows. Even the family is unaware of any underlying condition, which I noticed in an interview that they did. My heart goes out to the family for their loss. I've lost plenty of friends, family in my lifetime. It's not easy. So I do feel for them. Do I think it was the chip? Personally, no. It could have been a reaction to the capsaicin, which in that sense, it's his body's reaction. Not saying that's, but you know what I mean. It's not. He was given the chip by a fellow student, a friend, I'm not 100% sure on that one, who was also underage. The chip clearly states, has, as far as I'm aware, always stated it's for adults. Pocky is pulling, or has pulled, all of this year's chips off shelves everywhere, US and Canada, or are in the process of doing so. They put out a press release saying that they're doing this as they've noticed an increase of teenagers and people who are underage, so not adults, according to what they have on there. It does keep out of reach of children. It has varied over the years on how it's stated, but it is on there. So they have noticed an increase on that, especially trending on social media through TikTok, YouTube. There are a lot of children doing it. There are a lot of children that have done it with no issues, with parents beside them, whatnot. So it's very hard to say what is the cause of what happened to this poor young man, and now the family has to deal with that. So, as I said, I feel for the family. Will Pocky be back next year? I don't know. They may not continue. They may. This may be just a removal of the 2023. So if you happen to have one, if you're going to use it, my advice, just be careful, because the change in the pepper might have a different effect if you've done them in the past. I know I will be taking a little more caution. If you're unsure, Pocky's website does have a number for a refund if you are looking to do so. I know I've always advised people that I've talked to who have done it, or in my videos that have done it with me, to be careful. Because even myself, I've done it. I've done the last few years. You still get cramps. You still get issues arriving from it. I don't know anybody who's ever been perfectly 100% clear of repercussions in any way. People have thrown up. People have gotten sick for numerous reasons due to it. But I believe this is actually the first death in relation in any way that has been reported. Now, again, cause of death is unknown, so whether it is from the chip, who knows? We won't know until the family knows, and then that's if the family releases it. And what happens from that point on is it's not in my hands, it's not in your hands. It's between whoever is involved in that. Do I agree with Pocky pulling it? From a company standpoint, I understand it completely. From a personal standpoint of someone who runs a business, that's why I understand why they're doing that. Does it affect me in the long run? I have mine. I will still do it. Would it affect me if I hadn't had it? Obviously, I wouldn't have it. And I'd personally be a little bummed out about it, but that's me. Would I keep it on if I was them? Probably not. Just safety-wise. But it's not for me to say either way. If they are pulling it, that's their choice to do so. Again, if you are doing the chip, if you have one and you are going to do it, just take precautions. If you haven't done the chip before, they're not to be scoffed at. They're not a laughing matter. They are very hot. If you do not have a high tolerance or have not done anything super spicy before, it is going to kick your ass. I'll tell you that. I'll be blunt and tell you that right now. It's going to kick your ass. Be careful. Have stuff on the side. Have some Pepto-Bismol, some Tums. Make sure you do it on a full stomach. Do not do it on an empty stomach. Do not drink a gallon of water right afterwards to try and quench the thirst. It doesn't help. You can mess yourself up drinking too much water. You mess yourself up drinking too much of anything. It can cause you to throw up, which in a sense would be a good thing because it flushes your system. But do you really want to do that? Because then you're going to have it all back through your throat again. So just be careful if you're doing it. That's all I can say. And again, my sympathies do go out to the family. I feel for their loss. It's never fun to lose a child, a loved one, anybody, whether they're old or younger. It's never easy to lose somebody. And it is a hard time for them. So hopefully they're doing the best that they can. If you've seen the information, you know I'm not dropping the names, just they have enough information, enough people probably looking them up, and who knows what might be, some people might be doing, you know what the internet's like. But anyways, I don't know much else to say about that. I will be back Tuesday with a video of me trying some stuff. I've actually got a ramen noodle that is similar to, in heat from what I've been told, to the 2 times spicy. I've done the 1, 2, and 3, but it's a different flavoring, but roughly the same heat from what I've been told. So I will be doing that. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Be careful out there if you're doing spicy stuff. It's not for everybody. Some people, even those of us who do it, like I'm far from being anybody like Roger on the Hot Dane show or Chase the Heat or any of those ones who've been doing it for years and decades, and some of the stuff that they do. I'm far from that, but I do love the heat. Would I like to be at that point? Maybe. But I'm not. But I know I'm above a lot of other people who have issues with heat. My family have, some of them do. Friends, some of them do. It's a hit and miss. But just be careful if you are doing it, whether you're a chili head or not. Just please be careful, because the world needs you in it. You're here for a reason, and that's all that matters, is that you're here to do what you need to do. And without getting into philosophy or any other thing about that, but I wish you